Okay, welcome back to our video. So today I'm going to be drawing Godzilla vs Ghidorah from Godzilla King of the Monsters, and let's get into this. So I'm going to be starting about right here. We're going to have Godzilla's brow, and it's just going to come like this, and it's just going to come down a little bit like that. And so we've got that, and so now I'm going to so I'm going to thicken up that line. I'm going to bring it down a bit like that. And so now I'm just going to have the neck coming down a bit right here. Just going to come like that. Yeah, that's so yeah, we got that. And so now I'm going to have his brow, so it's going to come down right there, and I'm going to have his snout coming about like a little like so up there like that. And so we're gonna have it about like that. And so now I'm going to bring the snout down, and it's just going to, so now we're gonna make a beak part right there, and we're just going to bring it over here like that. And so, yeah, just like that. And so now I'm going to have his brow about right here, and it's going to be, so I'll erase that part, and just going to bring it across like that. And so now I'm going to have the fleshy thing right there. Have some teeth, and just going to have the bottom jaw down right here. Okay, so if you're hearing anything like besides this video, I'm recording next to a window, so because I just needed to get better lighting. So if you're hearing anything, just don't mind. So I'm gonna have his tongue coming out like that. Have his nostril right there, and yeah, I need to make this back part bigger. So yeah, we've got that, and so now I'm going to have, so I'm gonna bring the bottom, that part down. And so I'm just going to finish the bottom jaw. So like just about like that. So now we're going to have teeth right here. And we're just going to have some lines inside right there. And some teeth on the other side. And so we've got that, and now I'm just going to so now I'm going to have the neck. So I'm going to start it right here, and just going to come in like that, and this part just going to be over there. And so now we're going to draw the back coming right here, and we can just have this right here. So we've got that, and well, I guess we could just make this a bit longer. Just like that. And so now I'm going to have some lines right here. And we can just add some, have this over here. So just to make it look kind of detailed. And so now I'm going to have lines right here, and just going to come like that, and just going to be that, and just so yeah, we've got that. So I'm just going to erase this brow, and so now I'm going to have it over like this, because every time I do this, it just looks better. So we're gonna have it like this and like that. So yeah, now we have that, and so now I'm going to have a line right there. We're gonna have some right here, and we're gonna have like just some more lines out here. And so we've got that, and so now I'm gonna have the gills right here. And if you look at my subscriber count, so by the time I'm recording this, I have about subscribers, and so I have like, and when I looked up at the time, it said I was recording this for 6 minutes and 7 seconds, whatever. So I'm gonna have some more lines right here, and just something like that. And so now I'm going to have all these right here, and so just make sure that they're not too visible, because if they are, it's not going to look that good. So, and just make sure you don't make them very big. We're gonna have some lines between here, and also most channels like just tell you to just like do that circle thing, like where you like make it look like it's in there, but I don't really like to do that, because like if I had a straight line right here, it makes it look like, actually it makes it look like that, it makes it look 3D somehow. It just does for me. So I'm just gonna add it like that. And so now I'm going to have it's coming down a bit more. And so yeah, we've got that so far. And now I'm going to have his, okay, so just like that. And so just like that. So now I'm going to have some more of like, just, we're gonna have some details about right here. And so, yeah, we're gonna have this stuff right there. And now, so now we got most of Godzilla's face down, and now I'm going to have the, okay, so we're gonna make it come like this. So I'm gonna have a line coming down right here, and we're gonna have Godzilla's arm right here, which is, so it's going to be like this, and this does not fit. So I'm gonna have coming like this, and yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to come like that. And so yeah, we can erase that part because it looks not very, looks too wide. So we're gonna have coming over here, and that should look better. And so I'm just going to bring that up a bit. And so now I'm going to continue this line over here. And now we're gonna have, so this line is Ghidorah's, it's like, I think it's his neck or something. But it's like some part of Ghidorah that we're gonna add. And so I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna continue it right here. and just going to, maybe we can just have that coming down there. And so now I'm going to have his fingers right here, and like just over here. So we're just going to have a bit like this. Like, yeah, just something like that. And so I do not know where to continue these lines. So I'm just going to have the Godzilla's fingers right here. I don't know where to put the thumb. I guess we can just stick it back there. And so now we've got all of that. And so, yeah, we've got that there. And so now we're going to have detail on the arm. So here's some stuff coming across here. And so yeah, we're gonna have like that and like that. And so now I'm gonna have the same thing on this. And like just like that, we can have some broken lines right here. These are not broken. So now I'm gonna have just some more like on this edge area on both of these arms. We can add just a little bit more broken lines. And yeah. And so now I'm going to have a line coming over here. Just going to be like that. And now I'm just going to have like these lines, like making it 3D. But like, so make sure you just like kind of make it cut down right there. So you've got that. We can add it like a small thing right here. And so now we've got that, so now I have it like that. I'm just gonna bring these down oddly a lot, and got that. That's not gonna work because we've got, yeah, of course. And so I'm gonna erase this, and yeah, we've got, so I'm just going to erase that. All right, so we're gonna have it like that, but I'm just going to erase all of this stuff, and we're just going to bring it over here, and I'm gonna have like this coming up like that. No, because it's gonna look so hideous. So I'm gonna have it coming back like over there, and just going to have some more of, so it's just going to come up like that. So it might look weird, but it's okay. So now I'm going to have the body coming down. So I'm just going to now like here, and like that. Some more of this detail on Ghidorah, or on Godzilla I meant. So we've got that, and so now we can draw the so we can draw the legs if we can. So now I'm going to have this coming down over here like that, and we can, okay, so we can have this leg over here, and we can have a second leg right here. But it looks fat somehow, so and erase all this stuff. I'm gonna make this coming in a lot more. I'm gonna have it, the first leg right there, and then the second one, I don't know where it will be. Yeah, like right. I don't know. So I mean, I guess we can have that like that, and so we can just have some of these details. And so we can have the back. Well, no. So I'm gonna have, yeah, why would I do that? I'm gonna have the back of the leg over here. I guess we can extend those a bit. So like, just like something like that. And so yeah, I guess we're basically kind of done with Godzilla, except we need the spikes in the eye. So I'm going to draw the spikes first. So I'm just going to make the first one right here. I don't know why I drew it like that, but anyway, we can make the second one, or the third. Right there, we can have the biggest spike right here. I don't know if that's gonna look quite right. No, it's fine. So, just like that. And I'm going to have this spike right here. And just some more spikes. And so now we're gonna have some detail on the spikes, and like just like this is gonna be a long video, so yeah, I'm gonna have all of this over here. And so yeah, those are the spikes. And so now I'm going to just bring, so now I'm going to have Ghidorah, so I feel like I could erase this a lot better, but so I'm just going to have it like that. So now I'm going to have Ghidorah, and so I'm going to have, first I'm going to start with his neck, or no, we're going to start with his head. So we're gonna have it like that, and so I'm gonna have Godzilla's eye about right here. And so one thing, just make sure that you never draw hard when drawing Godzilla's eye the first time, because this made me mess up so many pictures. So I just recommend you draw lightly first, see how it looks, and then make it a lot harder. So I currently like that, so I'm going to stick with it. And I messed up there. And that's how, no. So normally I manage to fix these stuff, so just going to have that right there, and we've got his eye. I don't know if it's supposed to be, if we're supposed to have a pupil or not, but anyway, we're gonna have his eye right there, and we can have Ghidorah starting about right here. Well, maybe we should make it a bit higher up. So I'm gonna have Ghidorah starting over here. Make it coming up like that. And yeah, I'll just stay like that. And so now I'm going to have, okay, why? And so just like that. And I forgot to record this thing in 4K, but just going to have it. Alright, so we're gonna have it like that. And so now I'm going to have the eye on Ghidorah. It's no problem to draw the eye on Ghidorah. So I'm just going to have it felt like that. And I'm gonna have it going all the way down. Well, I don't know. So I'm gonna erase that and draw. So I'm gonna, like, these erasers don't work. So I'm gonna have that erase like that. And I'm just going to have the snout coming out over here. And so, I don't know why this looks so hideous. Okay, so I'm gonna erase that, and so now, I'm going to make this coming over here. This eye is gonna wreck the whole picture. So I will erase all that, make that come down, and so it'll come so now I'm going to have it like that. And so we can just have the nose right there. We can have some teeth right here. Have the fleshy thing right there. We can have the other side coming right here. And some more teeth. And so now I'm gonna bring the jaw down. Have the tongue. We're gonna bring it down like that a bit. And so I'm gonna erase that, fix that. And this horn, I don't. So I'm gonna fix this horn, and we can just fix this part too. So now I'm going to have this right here. And so we're gonna have these horns right here. So now I'm going to have this right here, and so just make sure that Ghidorah's jaw is skinny. Oh, maybe not that skinny, but just make sure it's skinny. And so, just like that. And so now I'm going to have the neck coming right here. And so we're gonna have that. And so now I'm gonna have the neck coming right over. I'm gonna change that spot I had. So I'm gonna have it coming like over here. And yeah, so that's not gonna matter because it's just one head. So one head is not gonna kill our picture. So we're gonna have it like that. And now we're going to do, so I'm gonna finish this neck. So yeah, I don't know what to do on this one, but we can just have it like that. I don't really care. So now I'm going to have biggest head, the best head, up here. So like maybe about right there. And just going to have this horn right here. And so just going to have this other horn over here, and just going to come like that. And so I'm gonna have this going up right there, and have that right there. And currently that looks, so I'm gonna have to extend these. That's going up there, and this one is going like up like that. And so now I'm going to have, yeah, so now we're gonna have the snout right there. We're gonna have it coming across, bring it up a bit, or bring it down, like that. And so now I'm just going to I'm gonna bring it up right here, and we can add some teeth right here. So and I think that is too steep, so we're gonna have this being round at the end, and so we're gonna have it like that. And We can have his tongue coming right here. So yeah, we've got that. We're gonna have the fleshy thing right there. So we're gonna have the nostrils at the front and just that. Why does that look so skinny? So I'm gonna have this coming. So I'm gonna have this over here. And I'm just going to bring this over here. And just want to have it like that. And so that still looks so skinny, but that's just the way it's gonna look. So now I'm going to have the other side coming right here. And so now I'm gonna have this coming up. And here. We're gonna have it. So we're gonna have it coming up about like that. And so now I'm going to, I forgot to add the teeth for this one, but just going to have some detail right there. And so now I'm gonna have the eye like about like right here. That might just look, I don't know. So now you're probably not gonna be able to see that eye, but so now we're gonna have it like that. And we're just going to make the neck coming right here. Have it coming like right here, and so yeah, we've got that neck, and that neck also looks skinny somehow, so I'm gonna have to make it look wider. So there we've got that so far. And just this right there. I have some of these spikes right here. And so you're not going to be able to see those back there anymore. So I'm going to have it a bit like that. And so now I'm going to have the third head over here. So just going to come like that and erase that. We're gonna have, oh, I forgot about, we have like this stuff up there. Yeah, I don't know how to draw that 3D, but so when I have it like that, I don't know if I should add any right there. So we're gonna have it like that. I'm going to bring this other part over here. We're gonna have some hair over there. And so I'm gonna bring the snout over there. I'm going to have nostril right there, and going to make this look like a beak, and to bring this over here. Bring that down. I have the fleshy thing, and we're going to have the other side over here. Bring that down, have some teeth. I don't know why I'm using that pencil, so I'm just going to add some teeth right here. And so we're gonna have it about like that. Make that part bumpy behind. So we're gonna have his chin kind of like ragged, and just going to have it like that. So yeah, that's looking too far. Oh my, oh, that's too far over there now. I don't know, so I'm just going to, so I'm going to have to erase that. I'm going to bring this over here. I have to make this bigger somehow, so like I'm going to have this come over here. I'm gonna bring that down farther. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like change the whole picture. So I'm gonna have this coming over like that. Yeah, I thought it would look good, but I realized I drew it too small and too far over there. So now I'm going to have this coming over here. And so, yeah, just repeating the steps I did. And how we're gonna have that. So, bring this over here. Fleshy thing right there. Tongue right here. Some teeth. And so like just like that. And it should seem better. A little bit better. Like that. So I mean that's okay. We can be happy with that, right? So I'm gonna have it like that. Have the rest of the crystal or the horns, and so yeah, we're gonna have that, and yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna draw the eye, because every time I end up doing this, it's just gonna look bad. I don't know if I drew it with the eye in mine the last time. I don't know. So I'm gonna have, okay, so that should be fine. It should be fine. So just going to have this over there. And so okay, we're gonna have his neck coming in like that. This one looks so like stretched out. So now I'm going to have that right there. So line right here. And so just some broken lines right there. And so, like, that's almost everything I can add. So like the last few things I can add is, so now I'm going to have the wings. And so to do that, I'm just going to start like, so I'm going to have a line coming right here. Yeah, I don't even know exactly why it looks like this, but so I'm gonna have another line down here. Just going to run into that, and I have like a center line here. And so now, so okay, so I need to, I'm not, it's probably because I'm like, I just sit down when I draw, because like when I do that, it's probably affecting the way I draw. Because everything's looking so skinny in this video. Probably just because I'm sitting down. Anyway, so just like that. And we're gonna have second wing over here. That, or I should, that, the way that head looks, it looks like now the wing is making him lean over there. I'm gonna fix that. So I'm gonna delete this part. So I'm gonna have this coming up right over like this. It's going to come down like that. And like, I don't know what else to draw on the wing, so like that. And that is basically it for today's video. And yeah, these eyes are just gonna destroy my picture. So yeah, one thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to make this come down straightly, and then I'm gonna like curve it like into there. So to get this junk off of my eraser, so I'm just going to delete that stuff. And so now it should look like he's not really leaning over there. Or I should just do that.